Serene, calm, peaceful. That is the field before the lines and bases are put down. The grounds crew performs the same ritual for every game on every field, laying chalk lines, putting down bases, mowing the outfield. It's as timeless as the game itself, and it's all in anticipation of two words: play ball.
Thank you for watching the DB Baseball World Series, brought to you by Local's Restaurant, Convenience, and Specialty Store on Possum Hill Road in Beaufort. Thank you for watching the DB Baseball World Series, brought to you by Local's Restaurant, Convenience, and Specialty Store on Possum Hill Road in Beaufort. Thank you for watching the DB Baseball World Series, brought to you by Local's Restaurant, Convenience, and Specialty Store on Possum Hill Road in Beaufort. Thank you for watching the DB Baseball World Series, brought to you by Local's
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in here to the 2024 DB Baseball World Series here in Beaufort County, South Carolina, Burton Wells Recreation Park. We got an exciting game here lined up for you today. We got Columbus and Hattiesburg taking on each other here. They get warmed up here on the diamond. Myself, Javon Livingston, alongside with Matt Golden. How you doing today, Matt?
I'm doing great. We've had a great day of baseball. The weather's really held off. The sun's finally breaking out. So it's exciting. We've got two great teams. We got the state champions of Mississippi and the state champions of North Carolina. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, me too. You know, some great action. Saw some great ones in the first matchup. In the last game, in Arkansas and then Charlotte, Virginia taking on each other. That was a good game. Started off slow, picked up, and it started going. Started swinging. Started to hear some bats make some noise, and so I'm excited to see what these teams do as they get more warmed up here in the afternoon, later in the afternoon.
Absolutely. Just there's been some great ball going on, and we're about to get started here.
Bentley Blansett.
Bentley Blansett will be the guy to start it off for Hattiesburg, Mississippi. That will be in there that'll be outside, ball one. Long look in. Here's the pitch. That'll be on the outside corner, strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. That down in the dirt. And no, that was a nice hit on the screws, but it will be. Oh no, it'll go off the glove of the center fielder. Barnett's going to round, and he might slide in. He will be safe. So huge way to start off for Hattiesburg, Mississippi, right there.
Next up for Mississippi, number 27, Josh McCarty.
Josh McCarty coming up for Mississippi.
Thank you, sir. I need a rest after 9 hours today.
Okay, I think this might be this.
I'm still here. I'll get up with all of this. That's on me. Sound good? All right, bud. Pitcher threw it in
And a big hit out to right field, trying to eye it down, able to make the catch, and that's going to be a quick out. That's going to be out number one of the inning.
Now back, number 24, Becky Johnson.
Count wide to the outside, ball one. Easy call there.
I put it in the middle because white and blue. Yes. That's the ball. That probably I'm gonna have to be like, this is the press box.
Take a swing at that one, short one. I'm gonna call it foul ball. Not gonna let it get anywhere. Bounce off the ground there.
You've reached the press box.
It's interesting seeing the teams play. It's like, usually, if you've seen the teams play before, you would come in with some kind of background, kind of commentary about the history or what they've done this season. But the first time seeing these teams and very sure they did, so you really can't get the feel of what you're expecting until get about an inning or so in.
Absolutely. Definitely just you're trying to learn a little bit about both teams. I know Hattiesburg, Mississippi, home of University of Southern Mississippi, and they've had a great baseball program there. So a lot of good tradition in there. Just a great Mississippi's a state, kind of like South Carolina. There's a lot of good baseball that's played there, particularly at the college level. So plenty of talent, I'm sure, coming on both sides. North Carolina, we all know, has had a lot of success in putting guys in the pros.
Well, we'll see what the future holds for these young men here today and the talent in their respective states. 1-2 the count. Swing to the outside. Is going to even it up 2-2. And a high throw back to his to his pitcher there.
Yeah, it looked like he almost got away from him. It's definitely, you can tell early on these guys are still trying to get settled in.
All right, gets a piece of that one, hits that one to right center, tracking it down a little bit too far, and he's chasing it down and might be able to get an in the park run, but he's going to stay safe at a double. And a big hit down the middle, and so far, some good hitting showing off by Mississippi. Looks like he's going to change up the gloves. Let's take them off. That's fair. That's respectful. Nowadays, the kids they take off the batting gloves, put on the sliding gloves, arm sleeve.
I feel like back when I played, there was none of that. I was lucky to have batting gloves. So.
Yeah. All right, number 2. You're working.
Number 21, Ian Hitting.
And hitting, looking to continue this good hitting start here for Mississippi.
Oh, did they hang up? That was good.
A little savvy from the pitcher that we didn't see in the first game. A little swinging arm, gets a piece of that one to the right, down that line, and that's going to be fair. And Hattiesburg, they're running. He falls as he tries to round first base, and he's going to keep running. And another going to score for Mississippi. That makes it 2. He's going to slide into third, even though he had about a mile to go.
You can tell he kind of hit the Jake breaks there, and it was but that's a nice triple for him and early start. I mean, really good start early for Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Yeah, hitting it's gonna be a good game, but one thing, hitting might want to get some traction control on that speeder. He was stumbling all around there. So far, if I'm not mistaken, 5 batters, 4 hits, 2 runs, and someone sitting on third base. Runner in scoring position. Oh, number 1 pitched outside, ball 2, outside corner there.
This is Brazen Clark up to bat, and a little bit of a jack of all trades. He catches, he pitches, and he plays outfield. His favorite pro athlete, probably one of my favorite all time, Chipper Jones, the Braves legend.
That's a name, even if you're not even a super baseball fan, one of the names that around the MLB. That one right off the helmet, telling him, hitting a hold on, as hitting was thinking about trying to run home.
Yeah, that one, I commented earlier on the South Carolina-Alabama game. Short, the backstop's a little bit short, so there's not a whole lot that's going to get too far away as far as wild pitches go. Watch a strike 1 there, so 3-1 count.
Okay. I'll try to eat a piece of it.
And that'll be outside. That'll be ball 4, and that will be a walk.
And you got 2 runners on base. And so far, it's just been a great showing for Mississippi to starting up here early in this inning. And then you got Cox a second walking up to the base and just dragging that bat, and that's dangerous. That's either he can not be into it, but he's on this team, so he's good. He might be a little bit of a slugger. He drags that on like a monster in a scary movie right there.
He looks like a supervillain walking up. Let's see if he can wreak some havoc up here.
Then you see the motion. He walked up slow, and then now he gets typed up. I definitely think he's a little bit of a slugger. We'll see what he can do. Got from second. Pitcher hanging the arm there. And decides to hold, trying to get the throw down at second on a slide. Gonna be safe and 2 runners in scoring position.
Interesting that Mississippi decided to steal there, but the runner at third didn't go. A lot of times you'll see them try to run the double steal, and I guess he just didn't think he had the play to make it.
I think they might trust in this young man right here. Let's see what he's got. Outside. Ball call there.
EJ Cox, another sport that he plays is football, and I can see it. He's a pretty big young man there.
Yeah, he's definitely got a DN position with this walk in his future. There he goes, gets a piece of that one high towards center, chasing it toward the gate, and we got our first homer. Our first homer, a 3-run homer. EJ Cox the second.
He sent that one home, and that was a big hit right there.
And I called it from his demeanor, the way he walked up.
And that is the first homer of the tournament, and you can see him hit the home plate with a little bit of swagger, and he's earned it right there.
EJ Cox, and he sent that one rolling.
3-run bomb, so it's 5-0 Hattiesburg, Mississippi early on here in the top of the first.
Remember, grab that baseball, please make sure that we bring it up to the press house. You guys make sure that we bring the ball up to the press box, and we will take care of it. Thank you very much. Now that number 18, Max McDaniel.
Max McDaniel up to bat now.
Especially waits for that one inside, rocking those bright yellow gloves to accentuate the yellow lines on the uniform. Nice little style in there.
And it makes sense. His favorite pro athlete is Ronald Acuna Jr., who also wears the bright yellow gear. So
a little bit of a skipper right there to the second baseman. The quick routine throw to first base for out number 2. And already 5 runs on the board and just getting the second out. And here comes Simmons.
Tristan Simmons, number 31.
Now batting number 31, Tristan Simmons.
Left second swing, not able to get it.
Tristan is a catcher and a second baseman here for the Hattiesburg team, and his favorite pro athlete. It's a little bit of a throwback. Mike Piazza, the great Mets and Dodgers catcher. Watches ball 1. That's a high fly. Let's see if it gets down. Misplayed by the second baseman.
Drops just a little bit. And that's one of those things about playing the ball into the sun. You're looking straight up like that, directly into the sun, even with shades on and a bill.
You know, and all day it's been kind of overcast. The sun's finally cracked out for these games, so it definitely is a little bit of an adjustment for these kids starting this one off.
Courtesy runner for the catcher is number 1, Dalen Moore.
Kane Johnson up the bat.
Mississippi, number 28, Kane Johnson.
And Kane says when he grows up, he wants to be a game warden. So big outdoorsman there. Here comes the steal, and he will slide in safe.
They're doing a good job. They got some good hits and some good slides.
Early on, Hattiesburg looks really aggressive. Just a team that's really come out. They're wanting to score runs. They're wanting to do it early.
Columbus has got to do something to stop him. They can't just let him keep running, getting his hits on stuff. And it's one of those things that might look like we might see a pitching change kind of early here.
You might have to see.
The 0-1 pitch coming up. He fires and is outside.
Looks like a fan in the outfield may have found that home run ball.
Gets a piece of that one to the left, picked up by the shortstop. Oh, fumbled it a little bit, trying to make the throw to first, but he's got the speed. And no, he doesn't. They're going to call him out. I thought he made that one. A little bit of tint in the way there. That's going to be out number 3, and that's going to be the end, the top of the first inning right there. Hattiesburg showing off 5 runs. We'll take a break. We're going to be right back here on Beaufort County TV.
In the bottom half of the
And we are back here, Junior World Series here in Beaufort, South Carolina. Hattiesburg, Mississippi leads 5-0 over Columbia County, North Carolina, here bottom of the first. I'm Matt Golden here with Javon Livingston. Javon, it's been a really exciting first half of the inning so far.
Yeah, it has. Like I said, Hattiesburg showing off, getting those 5 runs real early. They played some great offense right now. Now they're on a defense. Going to see what they look like here, and capped off by the fourth homer of the tournament there by Mr. Cox in second, and see what else happens here. And they get a hit and scooped up at a quick throw to first base, a quick out. So Mississippi looks like they're playing good on offense and defense here.
Good routine play right there from the third baseman. You gotta like to see that.
And that's something that you like to see, and lets you know you've seen some quality baseball here, even though the runs 5-0 in that first game that we covered here just a moment ago. I know we got junior and boys playing here tonight, but that first game we covered, there were some routine plays that led to some costly plays here. So to see both teams to execute those is here early. So it looks like we're some great baseball action.
Swing and a miss for strike 1 here. North Carolina tries to put a dent in this 5-0 lead. That will go foul. 0-2 is the count. Ooh, and there's strike 3. Good frame job by the catcher. We were talking about him earlier. looks like a good little spark plug that I think can do a lot for this Hattiesburg, Mississippi team.
Yeah, I mentioned that usually, and that's not the same thing about Simmons. This is usually the position. It's, usually you have a taller guy so you can catch it in those air-raid pitches, and that's nothing about skill or anything. It's like just common sense. A longer guy can catch those longer pitches should they go out of the way. Simmons. And that says either a lot about Simmons or a lot about Mr. McDaniels there on the mound. So we'll see how this game goes so far. They've been working in sync right now.
And McDaniel's been throwing pretty good control so far. I've been impressed with what he's got.
Wind up. It's solid. I love how they're sticking it in the glove. Hasn't been too many pass balls or grounders. So definitely McDaniel's been doing a good job so far here on the mound.
3-1 count now.
I want to give a shout out too to Loco Sports, your number one online source for sports news in South Carolina and the Low Country. I love those guys over there, Justin, Wes, Matt.
Some great guys on there. They're on the call.
We might as well want to shout out Mr. Searson too, because he hops on there and gives you all the news for Beaufort High or whatever games he's at as well.
Absolutely. There's some great guys. We got them on the call on some of the other games right now, and a great little community of sportscasters we've got down here in Beaufort County.
But all the local guys here in Beaufort, myself from Beaufort Zone, you, Chloe, and TV from the crew, BCTV. You got Loco over there, Wes and Matt. You got Bracken Lambert from USCB media team over here. And you got the WHHI TV guys in here as well.
Brought out everybody for the World Series.
It's a lot. I say it's an event. You got Matt Walsh from WHHI TV. I love his voice, man. I'm jealous. I talk, but he's a commentator. I love Matt Walsh's voice. He's great.
He's been a good one to listen to definitely throughout this tournament so far.
Courtesy runner for the catcher is number 6, Ashton Smith.
And it only makes sense that the state champions of North Carolina would have a little Tar Heel blue on their uniforms.
Just a little bit, a little powder.
The NC on the helmet, yeah, definitely. You can definitely see that influence there.
Yeah, a little bit of powder on there. Just got to show off. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have it. Wouldn't be them if they weren't. That's when we're talking about the Arkansas team having a little bit of that Razorback red on there.
Tell that Hattiesburg, Mississippi, kind of going with the Southern Miss color scheme, so showing homage to the hometown, which is awesome.
Heads and that high, that's going up. Watch your heads on the other side there.
Playing center field, number 6.
What's crazy about a lot of those fly balls, it's weird. It doesn't really happen a lot, even to unsuspecting bystanders. Not to, I didn't want to knock on wood here.
Exactly.
But it doesn't happen a lot that often, you would think.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will do it. So no runs on the inning. Still 5-0 Hattiesburg leading as we head to 2.
And solid running from the game here in the first round on the mound.
And we'll be back here on Beaufort County TV. And welcome back to the Junior Boys World Series here in Beaufort, South Carolina, Burton Wells Park. 5-0 Hattiesburg, Mississippi leads as we head to the top of the second inning, looking to see more offense from this Mississippi squad.
96, playing shortstop. Ready to go strong, showing Hattiesburg in the box, and just gets a little tip of that one unless it sends it backward. But a strong showing. And then there's the young man right there. Was the first one to come home and get the first run on the board for Hattiesburg. 98, right field, number 35, Moore.
And that hit him. He'll take his base after that.
Just like that, he's on number one, and that's just to show you what that says about, Hattiesburg already through their whole lineup, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was their leadoff hitter, so they have gone through the whole lineup now.
Still capped off by that amazing home run. And it was just something about that, I know we've mentioned it, a couple of times already, that home run, but just from the walk up and everything alone, we just kind of saw the demeanor coming from that young man.
Absolutely. You knew that he was about to make a big impact. So now we got Josh McCarthy up. Pitcher will give a little chase over to the first baseman. He'll slide back safely.
Yeah, we've seen a good bit of those tonight. Usually, you see a couple of them stay hot. Maybe in a certain inning if the game gets close or something like that. But here, we've seen a lot of them. No matter what the score is, there's a runner on first base. We got to believe there's going to be a tag out throw coming towards us. A little bit of bouncing routine. He's going to go second, try to get the double play. And McCarthy just a little bit too fast or with error. So he's going to take the steal to second, and he's going to be safe.
A little bit of an unconventional play, but he ends up at second base, and sure he'll take that. So
if it fits, it ships.
Beckett Johnson comes up now. The long first baseman for Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Quick throw back and another error.
That gets away, and that will go into center field. And now, there might be a run scored here.
Just showing off the blazing speed, McCarthy. Just rounding the bases, and then that speed.
That aggressiveness from Mississippi, it just continues. They are really coming out just all gas, no brakes. It's been really impressive so far.
And I tell you what, and that's one thing. You come into a game confident, or to feel like you're the best team, or even to just feel like it's good competition. Once the bats start going for a baseball team, that is the ultimate momentum. You get the bats going, you get some runs in, you get a homer, everybody's confidence is up, and you start playing baseball.
Hitting is contagious. That's exactly true. That's in the dirt for ball one.
Almost a fastball there. Catcher just couldn't keep up with it. Was trying to find out. Kind of gave a little awkward bounce, and the bounce off his foot there went up behind it. But that catcher's mask on, I'm pretty sure it's probably hard to see.
Holds off on that one. That'll be ball two. Good plate discipline so far out of him. Beckett Johnson, his favorite pro baseball team, the Atlanta Braves. His favorite pro athlete, Braves pitcher Spencer Strider, one of my favorites as well. Ball three.
Preparations. Third inning, 1-0. Warwood set. Pretty afternoon. Sunny purple cloud skies.
Ooh, and that was on the outside, but it was strike two. So now we got a full count here. 1 out, 6-0, Hattiesburg leads.
We're going so much for that as he gets a piece of that one down that right field. Makes the first. Oh, he passes him. He doesn't scoop it up. And another double on an error. And errors starting to play in. And that. If you play video games, that coach's trust and that composure is starting to go down for Columbus right now. They are having a tough time right now. They're making some.
Absolutely, and that was definitely just a tough play because that You know, it looked like to be a single, and it gets past the right fielder. But great heads up base running by Beckett Johnson there to see that and stretch that into 2 bases.
Already up 6 runs here, top of the second. Only 1 out. And wide to the outside. The ball.
Ian Hinton.
He cracks that one. The
Once
first
they-
baseline just a little bit too far.
Even on some of these foul balls, you can see Mississippi's really putting the bat behind it. So
Yeah, they've got some power. Those balls they're hitting very far.
I think Mr. Cox might not be the only one to go yard tonight. We'll see.
I'm thinking with some of the speed, or even if he is the only one to go like completely yard, we got to pop up. Catcher throws off his mask, trying to catch it and can't quite get it. But we've seen some great hitting here tonight, and even if he's the only one that completely goes all the way yard over the fence, we might get an infield judged by the speed of some of these guys.
You never know. Some of these kids are really quick. I would not be surprised if we see that at all.
Jax Ruiz. Okay. Now, well, that gets away, and Roberts is gonna move up to second and third on the final pitch. Second and third we go.
Outside. They called it a strike. I looked like that was kind of way out the box to me. I didn't got the best eyeballs.
I was thinking that was a ball as well, but I guess the umpire saw something we didn't up here.
Not batting for Mississippi, number 15, Brazen Clark.
Brazen Clark coming up. A little swagger with the hoodie under the jersey. I like it.
A little bit of style there. I don't wait to the outside. They change that call. A little shimmy of the shoulders right there. Tries to get ready for his second swing there, but and a strong swing and a miss for Clark there.
Brazen Clark, one of the many players on this Mississippi team that also plays football. Just again, football being a big deal in Mississippi, it makes sense that a lot of these kids are playing both sports.
Now, number 6.
We got still.
Another one that drops the ball, even though he would have got the tag, wind up dropping the ball.
And just more aggressiveness and more speed on the base pass from Mississippi.
And some of the extra stuff, like you said, it's a combination of both. I think Mississippi is really talented. I think North Carolina is pretty good too, but they've so many errors, man. Balls dropping right out of gloves, pop fly, roll right down your face, letting the outfield, but you hit a batter.
Yeah,
Things like
he's
that.
gonna wear that one, and now we got runners at the corners with 2 outs.
I think their weakest area so far, if you're looking at it right now, might be pitching, and here comes Mama, here comes that man.
Not bad. Number 11,
EJ Cox, who last inning hit the first home run of this tournament. Let's see what he's got this time.
He took a swing at that one. It wasn't what he wanted. He thought something, and he was like, nah. That's one thing about hitting with that power and trying to hit it out every time is you got to come with it as soon as you see it. And, sometimes it's too late to pull it back because you're loading up so much. Even up here in the box, you can start to see his arms starting to flex up in his forearms because he's ready. He's trying to grip it and rip it.
And Ethan Cox says when he grows up, he wants to be rich, which I think we all want to be that.
Well, if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to be.
There's definitely money for him to be had the way he hits.
Oh, and a strong hit, ground
ball. That's going to bring in
Another
2
RBI.
runs.
That's gonna bring in 2 runs. So he's got a homer and 4 RBIs already here at the top of the second. What a crazy game for Cox Jr.
He's so far has been the star of the tournament, and he's just been a fun one to watch. Big ball 1 in the dirt.
Now back from Mississippi, number 18, Max McDaniel. Six pitches per.
Swing and a miss right there for the pitcher, McDaniel.
Will stay at second.
And since Dames is rocking the yellow gloves, we'll give a shout out to Sunny Sandwich Cafe next to Publix and Rubber Smalls Parkway in Beaufort. And check them out for breakfast and lunch. Sunny Sandwich Cafe. Got that nice yellow box Chevy sitting out front there.
Such a neat place. It's been a really enjoyed kind of seeing them and learning more about them. We had some of their stuff up here in the box this morning for the early games, and it was really delicious.
Yeah.
It's a great place to go if you're ever over there looking for something for breakfast or lunch.
All right, check them out. I went there before when they were first opening up, and they were still it looked like they were open, but they were still in the construction phase, kind of setting it up how they wanted it to. Just haven't made my way back there in a while.
And Max McDaniel will work a 2-out walk here. 2 on,
Next up,
2 out for Mississippi.
Tristan Simmons.
And we're going to get a visit to the mound.
It's probably long overdue right now. You got 8 runs scored here in the first inning. They still got 1 out left. They still got runners on base. It's that time.
Absolutely. I think it's time we may see a change here. It's been a little bit of a rough start for the pitcher, but hopefully if he stays in, he may be staying in. He can calm down a little bit, and it looks like they're actually going to let him keep going.
My question is, I now 8 runs in the second. Are you going to let him continue to? Is he your only pitcher? Is my question.
That is a good question. Yeah, we will have to see what they have, who all they have. Because I'm sure they've got more arms out there to use.
Because I'm split, on the ages at this point, you know what I'm saying? And then, at what point is it, building confidence or, athletes at this point? And I think that's probably trying to build his confidence right now and try to get out the slump or maybe try to get this final out, maybe, and then someone will come in the third, but we'll see what happens. And Cox going to make the steal the third base, the big guy, moseying on down the line.
Big guy that fair. A big guy that fast just isn't fair sometimes, but
yeah, I don't want him chasing me. Simmons trying to go low for that one. Gets a little piece of it.
Now batting Michael Murphy. Been waiting. Get on more. 306.
Simmons having to dodge that one, and they've got a quick steal on McDaniels over the second base. So 2 runners in scoring position right now for Simmons. He's got 2 strikes right now, 1 and 2 the count.
ooh, that's a good hit from Simmons, and that's going to fall.
And that's another run. There goes Cox. That makes it 9. Daniels is going to stand pat on second. Simmons is going to make it a double as they tried to get the throw to home for some reason.
And this has been a pretty good bit of 2-out hitting here for Mississippi. They've done a lot of this with 2 on the board, so it's been really impressive to see them continue just to swing.
And then a courtesy runner coming in for Simmons.
David Moore. Number 28. Johnson.
And this looks like this is probably going to be it. We will have a pitching change, and we will be right back. Beaufort County TV, the Dixie Junior World Series. And we are back. The new pitcher for North Carolina, Cameron Phipps. He will face Kane Johnson here to lead things off for Mississippi. Mississippi's got this 9-0 lead here in the second inning.
And some good runs. We got a pitching change now, and a change of pitcher, which probably might make the difference right now. But you got your starting pitcher on, that was on the mound. We'll see. And so far in that first game, the better pitchers were the relief pitchers, and another hit, and it just continues, but can't make the catch, and another run scored. And there goes the second run. That makes it 11, and that's going to be a double. McDaniel and Moore comes across the plate. And 2 RBIs.
11-0 in the second inning. Just early on, it's been all Mississippi and not really a whole lot of answer from North Carolina so far.
Number 23, Bentley Blancett.
Bentley Blancett comes up, shortstop and third baseman. It's the third time he's hit in these 2 innings. It's hard to believe.
That just shows you what they've been doing with their hitting prowess, because at this point, if it was on the opposite side and it's still on the pass ball, once again, just keep that aggressiveness and just, I won't call it just an easy play. I mean, pass ball, catcher had to turn around with him, run the third base, and go ahead and get it.
Yeah, I mean, they are being aggressive with all of these, and it's paying off so far. 2 outs here in the inning.
Try to get a swing down that third base line, and goes a little bit foul. Yeah, they are turning over this lineup. And as you can see here, top of the second inning with 11 guys, which is great. Can't get a hit, but still connected. You count 1, 2, and I think it's only that way because foul balls count. He's connecting with it. He just can't get it in the play. Piece of that one. Grounder. That's going to be another run home. That's going to be 12.
They got him for the final out.
The final out. So not 12, so 11. Not able to run it out. We're going to end the top of the second. 11 Mississippi is 0 North Carolina.
Juwan McKinnis going to lead things off for North Carolina. North Carolina trails 0-11 here in the bottom of the second. Here at the Junior Boys DBB World Series in Beaufort, South Carolina. Quick 2-0 count. Just been all Mississippi all so far. North Carolina looking to see if they can scratch something across this inning.
Columbus, they have to get the back going. They gotta get something on it. There goes one popped up and gonna drop perfectly right there in the base hit.
Hey, that's how you got started off. That's how you can start this comeback. So one step at a time.
One of those things that seems a little bit cliche when you're down by so big. Hey, if they can score 11-2, you can score 11-2. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It sounds a little cliche, but it's the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? It's never over till it's over, you know.
That's the great thing with baseball. There's no time limit, so you got plenty of time to tack on some runs like that. Chases him back to first base.
Right. Yeah.
They keep those tags coming.
They'll be in the dirt. That will be a stolen base for North Carolina. North Carolina coming out a little bit aggressive now.
Just can't get a piece of that one. Just a strike there. Now, once again, they make the throw, trying to make the slide to third, and he's going to be safe. The aggression.
Wow, North Carolina, this looks like a different team than what we've been seeing. I mean, they've got some life now, and that was a play that looked like he was gonna be caught, but he kept going and was able to steal third, and now you got a guy 90 feet from home.
And I tell you what, with no outs, they got to get that run in. If they want some momentum here, they have to get some momentum. They have to get a run right here. They have to. Because you can't let them go back, Mississippi go back to the back, down 11-0.
Exactly. Yeah. This will do this will be huge for their momentum and their confidence that they can get a run, at least one here this inning. And that's going to be strike 3. So that will be the first out of the inning.
And that's fine. That's not the issue. If you're giving up now, you are already going to give up early. So this is not the time for that. You still got 2 more outs. You got to get somebody else on base. You got to get at least 1 run in. Somebody's doing a good job. Not allowing a pass ball there. A little bit of wild pitch right there from the game.
Thanks, Daniel quickly falls behind 2-0.
Sorry about that. We have to look though.
Keeping the plate clean.
Coach.
Yep, piece of that one. Nice hit, but all the way into the fence there, fouled off.
Yeah, we first.
Again, still having to fall over to catch out.
3-1 hitters count. North Carolina looks to try to scratch across some runs here, trailing 11-0. And he'll work a 1-out walk.
Two runners on base. If they can get a steal the second right now, even if they don't get a score, young man stays on third base. If they can get a steal the second and have 2 runners in scoring position,
getting 2 guys in scoring position would be huge for them.
with 2 outs still to go, I think that it'll make a world of difference for them right there. They're probably going to warm up.
Now, Tristan Simmons has a few plays for the outfield, for the infield there.
Now to the inside. There goes that steal. Stand pat at third. Don't want to lose it. Be safe. You stay aggressive. You got to get back in it, but you don't want to get confident in your speed. And you see how he does that. Like, man, I'm there. I'm too fast for that.
Great. That aggression for North Carolina starting to show. Smart play though by Mississippi.
Swing of that, can't get it. Shout out to Beaufort County TV for putting this together and presenting sponsor. Not only doing sports, don't forget to watch our local and government community actions.
Ooh,
And a hit batter.
he took that one in the face.
Sir. Now that is number 55.
That's a little bit of a scary scene right there.
Yeah, he's running to the dugout, so I don't think he'll be able to continue right there.
No, the way out of matter.
And I see them walking in different directions, and I think the parents might have 2 kids playing in different age groups. We'll get the other parent from the other field. If the mom automatically walked in.
Definitely an accident from the Mississippi pitching. Nothing malicious there, but always a scary sight anytime you see that happen in a game. And I know Max McDaniel right now, Tristan Simmons going up, kind of talk him. They're probably going to calm him down a little bit because it is a scary moment even for the pitcher to have that happen.
It looks like there'll be a little bit of break to make sure he's okay.
Now the 2 head coaches and maybe assistant coach out there having a little conversation during this break and play.
Well, I guess we can get to take one and see if we get a substitution in here.
Now the North Carolina coach is talking with the umpire, probably to tell him who's substituting in. Great classy gesture from the Mississippi group to all be on a knee during this moment.
We don't want to call them out. We don't give them any more attention than they already get, right? Just not one by one. It's like the aggregate.
Another reset here. It's 11-0 Mississippi leading North Carolina. Had a scary moment as a North Carolina batter took one to the face. Always a scary part of baseball, but you know, you got that one going fast, and looks like he is gonna head out. Got some ice for him. North Carolina runners on second and third, trying to scratch some runs across here.
No. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a pinch hitter for Cooper Henson. Entering the game is number 6, Ashton Smith.
Ashton Smith with a 1-2 count coming in to hit for Cooper Henson after he got hit in the face on that last bat. So it's 1-2 count.
Back in and being taken care of, which is
Ooh, and that one
Hitting
went inside
the
too.
back.
He is not happy with that.
and has the right to be to take one to the face and to go through that and to get back in after the injury and then to get hit thrown in the back. You gotta be upset about that.
Back-to-back pitches now from Max McDaniel that have been, have hit batters. I mean, you really have got to. His coach is going to come out. It may be the day for him, and it looks like it is going to be the end of the day for him.
That's one thing about pitching, you know what I'm saying? So, but we got a pitcher change coming up.
Ladies
So.
and gentlemen, we have a pitcher change. 32 pitches at the final count that will Max McDaniel. 32.
And we will be back here on Beaufort County TV, the DBB Junior World Series. And we are back here, the Junior World Series, Beaufort, South Carolina. The new pitcher for Mississippi, Colton Scott. And that'll be ball one from Scott.
We got time to talk for
Colton Scott, his favorite player, Marcell Ozuna from the Braves, is a Braves fan, so pretty good pick there. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Colton Scott really has settled down now and is starting to get ahead here.
And that's striking resolve. Goes down.
Swing and a miss, strike three, and there's 2 outs now. North Carolina desperately needs a run here.
Now back for North Carolina. Number 5, Ethan Stanley.
Ethan Stanley comes up to bat for North Carolina. He's got the red, white, and blue themed helmet.
Right down the middle, coming in that release spot.
Inside ball one. It's a 1-1 count.
I'm still looking at this as you got 1 out, so it's gonna be very good or very bad. It's a great opportunity right here for Columbus if they want to get back inside of this game. It's the best chance, and then we got a big hit towards the left side, and here come the runs for Columbus, North Carolina. There's 1, there's 2. They're going for 3, and 3 runs scored.
And that makes the North Carolina fans raise up. Now it's 11-3. But hey, big momentum for North Carolina after everything that's happened this inning. That's huge.
Yeah, and it's good. Yeah, you got to stay in. You can't give up. You got to persevere in games like this. And to get a run like this is good. To give you some time, just give you some room to play the mercy rules. You get rid of that 15 after 3. You know what I'm saying? So now it extends the game a little bit, gives you more time to do what you need to do and to find yourself at the bat. A couple of bad pitches from McDaniels right there, just kind of struggling with his command at the end of his pitch count. Changing pitchers and finally work it out, stick in there. You got 3 runs.
Colton Scott starts that one off going low and outside for ball 1.
They got 1 of the runners out there, so 2. Excuse me, not 1 of the runners. I still got 1 runner on. Excuse me, my bad. Apologize. We're still on second base, the young man. So 1 out left here inside the second inning.
He'll take that one high. Now it's a 3-0 count.
Opportunity for them to get some more players on the bases again, and that's what you want inside of this game right now. You got to keep the bases on, and fortunately, they got 2 outs, but you got to take what you can take. And that's a struggle.
And that's outside. It's going to be a 4-pitch walk. Tristan Simmons looks like he wants to go have a word with his new pitcher.
Man, he put everything he could put. He could put everything he could into that pitch. Unfortunately, just to the outside.
5-1 Alabama.
Now batting, number 13, Conrad Martinez.
Conrad Martinez, the new batter for North Carolina. He's a pretty long kid there. See what he can bring.
And he's going to try to make that distance on the ball the same. Got to get his guys back into this game.
That's going to be high for ball 1.
Here on BCTV.
High again. 2-0 count to start things off for Martinez. 3-0. That is 7 straight balls from this pitcher.
And it's turning into a struggle right now. McCarthy started on strong with the Heat. And, now it's kind of fizzled out. He struggled with this command, and now he's on the mound, and he's struggling with command. And you can't say 4 straight because you got thinking now you hit the batter. He had pretty much 4 because he walked the one in the 4 ball on the last at bat.
So that will be ball 4. The bases will now be loaded.
Now some
Now back for North Carolina, number 10, Braden Bowen.
Braden Bowen, the batter for North Carolina. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
There goes another high one right there.
Colton Scott just having a little trouble getting his control here.
That one in the right spot.
There he goes. Now he's finding it.
Pops one up. Opportunity here to get it to end the inning. He's going to catch it to stop that hot streak from North Carolina, Columbus.
So definitely a good inning for North Carolina, but it does feel like they left a little bit of meat on the bone there. I mean, you got bases loaded, you strand 3, but they're definitely back in this game a little bit more. It was a very emotional inning with the player getting injured and everything. So we'll see what Mississippi can do here in the inning. We'll be right back here on Beaufort County TV. And we're back. Junior Boys World Series action here in Beaufort, South Carolina. Hattiesburg, Mississippi up 11-3 over Columbus County, North Carolina.
Back at the bats, they've been hot in the bats here.
Turning over their lineup.
About 3 times already now?
This is the third time through the order for Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Yeah, 3 times in 3 innings.
And
That's going to hit him.
hit batter. They're going to tell him to stay instead of taking a walk and stay inside the box there.
It's one of the line up the pitch. Swinging it foul over our kids. Look at it, strong so far. Right, swings and storms hanging in there. This is bad. 5-1 Alabama with the 5th strikes.
Outside wide on that one. Way outside.
3-0. So I imagine he's probably getting the takes on from his coach right here. Or he's going to square the bunt. Probably a little fake bunt.
They had another ball. It quick easier as the defense started to come in looking for the bunt to make a play. Which is weird because you saw the first baseman come in for the bunt, but he probably could have got the tag. But you didn't see the second base trying to move over and get the cover.
It was an interesting formation to try to cover that bunt. Absolutely.
And that's quick, easily the steal right there. The second, not able to get the throwdown. He's already pretty much 90% of the way there by the time he released that ball.
And just more aggression on the base pass from Hattiesburg. It's been the story all game so far. Beckett Johnson at the bat. Ooh, that was inside. Came really close to hitting him.
Yeah, that one came with some speed on it too.
First shot.
Shout out to Locals. Locals Restaurant, Convenience and Specialty Store on Possum Hill Road in Beaufort. Right around the corner right here in Burton Welch.
Local fed us last night, and it was some really good shrimp. I was really enjoyed that.
Yeah, Local is located right technically the front of Battery Creek High School. Anybody that's local to Battery Creek knows everybody drives to the back of the school. That's where the football stadium is. That's where everything is. You know, a lot of people think that's the front of the school, but really the front of the school is actually down Possum Hill Road.
I don't know if I've ever actually been to the front of the school. I've always just gone through the back. Yeah.
That's why you notice when you come in the office, it's all the way on the other side of the building because most people come in through the back.
And that one's going to get away from him as the runner's going to take third. So no outs. Runner on third now for Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And they're continuing to be aggressive, and you can tell they want to try to see if they can get this thing up to 15 runs, see if they can get the mercy rule going.
Well, they're gonna say, yeah, they're gonna have to get to 18 now. They allowed 3 in that last, but they got some work to do. It's not say they couldn't do it. They put up 7 in that first inning, so I'm sure what they can do here. It's a little pop right there. Looks like a little routine play and an easy out. Are they going to score another run here? That's going to make it 12.
Trying to run for an out there, and I think everybody's going to take that at this point. If you're in North Carolina, you're just wanting to try to get through these innings and hopefully limit Hattiesburg to as little damage as you can.
Outside pitch there. Great action here tonight. We see some great baseball out here in DBB baseball. Offering baseball for 65 years. You guys think there's some talent.
A lot of good talents come through this league, absolutely. Who knows? Might have some of the feature stars of Major League Baseball out here today.
So I know that kid. I caught a game back when he was 14 years old.
Exactly.
Some wily guy when I'm like 60 in a recliner.
Ian Hinton, his favorite pro athlete, Ellie De La Cruz, the young phenom from the Cincinnati Reds.
That's fair. He's burst onto the scene, and I think Ellie De La Cruz is the reason. Oh, a huge pop fly out to right field and tracking it down, thinking he's got it, and he does. Really easy out there, but Ellie De La Cruz is definitely, as I get more and more baseball into my algorithm on social media, because covering baseball for a couple of months there in the last end of the school year. Ellie De La Cruz, man, he's one of those players that just bust onto the scene, man, and he's balling.
He's been a fun one to watch. Didn't have as much fun watching him this week when he tore up my Braves. But, he has been really just a great one to watch. And it looks like they're going to have him tuck that hoodie in. So
They don't make it any less hot now that the sun's out, man. But it's probably one of those like dry fit. It's not the whole thing. It's not like he's wearing the full hoodie. Just a little bit of a look.
big swing from Brazen Clark there. His favorite movie, Remember the Titans. That's a classic sports movie.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. Coach wouldn't have got me to bear crawl like that. I'd have gave up a lot faster. Hey, man, I know I done did 50 yards, bro. After I done did like 20. I know I done did 50, man. You ain't gonna keep me right now because you messing with me. You playing with me. Trying to think of swing at it. Strike number 3. A little bit of warming up from Columbus County, and they get out of this one on giving up 1 run score. They can't keep them to 0, but 1, I think they'll take it.
And that's a really good inning from them, and really good job to limit the damage as they keep on fighting their way back. So we will be back here in a little bit on Beaufort County TV, the DBB Junior World Series, Beaufort, South Carolina. And we're back here with Jaquan McKinse here to lead things off for North Carolina here in the bottom of the 3rd. Hattiesburg, Mississippi with a big 12-3 lead. North Carolina clawing their way back. Good crowd out here today at Burton Wells Park in Beaufort, South Carolina.
Number 27. Number 27, Ashton Smith. He already. Somebody already taken him off, right?
Yeah, well, I just wonder if they know, I'll find out. Thanks, bro. What would we do with that?
2-2 count, even
better.
here.
Much better. Right there.
Strike, and he wasn't happy about that. You see the reaction on his face. He was like, "What?" He couldn't even believe that was called a strike right there.
I was a little shocked on that one myself. It looked like it was a little outside, but Blue says it's Blue says in the zone, so we're 1 out down.
Next up, number 9, Jordan Dorsey.
Jordan Dorsey, the next batter for North Carolina. It's a nice hit. See if it falls. It will. That'll be a base hit.
He tried to slide for it. Would have been a nice looking slide had he been able to pull that one down.
Good swing right there, and then just put it right there, kind of in no man's land. I mean, the left fielder did a great job trying to cover for it. It's just sometimes you can't get to those.
Need to find a way to put a line.
Another pitch back to first base, trying to chase the runner back. High for ball 1.
Come back and play some pull out like USA.
Back there and
Here on Sunday, I'll retake bicycle.
that's not the guy. Looks good for the back. And that's of the fifth and remains Alabama outside going to West Georgia. This
3-0 count here. Chases the runner back.
Position for Beaufort County and
Pitch count. Throw to the outside.
Pitch count for Paxton Drake.
And that'll be ball 4. So 2 on, 1 out for North Carolina.
14.
You know what? So now batting number 6.
You know, it's crazy listening to the PA system announcers are also in charge of the pitch count, organize the DBB, and it's crazy to see that they call it the pitch counts and the pop fly right there, caught by the pitcher for easy out, but because they put it over the PA system, they ain't no sneaking, they ain't no getting around it. The whole park to hear you pitch count.
And I like that. I'm glad that they're making sure everybody knows it, because I know in the South Carolina high school, there was a big controversy about one of the teams won a game but then got eliminated because they went over their pitch counts.
Yeah. I think it wasn't Somerville. I think it was somebody Somerville play. I think I could be wrong. About that. But I know exactly what you're talking about, where they won the game, but the player went over the pitch count by like 1 or 2 pitches. It wasn't even nothing crazy either. That was the crazy part. It wasn't like it was like 50 pitches.
Yeah, I think it was a deal. Maybe they had played some, had a weather delayed game, played some one day, and then the next day he couldn't pitch that many, but he only pitched 2 the first day. It's a wild situation, so I'm glad that we're on top of things with that. 3-0 count now.
And I think that was crazy that was and that pitch count was instituted in the same game, even though it was a different day, which was.
There's another walk, and now there's ducks on the pond for North Carolina as they're trying to make something happen here as they still trail by 9 runs.
The leadoff hitter for North Carolina is Stanley.
Ethan Stanley coming up, that red, white, and blue American flag helmet of his.
2 outs. He got a runner on third. Got bases loaded. Opportunity for the North Carolina to get this game even closer and make sure they keep this game extended.
Number 14.
Inside, ball 2. Now Tristan Simmons will go out, have a little word with Colton Scott, try to calm his pitcher down.
Wide outside for that one. I think he was throwing that one to me up here in the press box.
I know. I was about to had to get out the glove for that one because that was high and outside. Strike 1 now. So hitters count 3-1. Bases loaded, 2 outs. North Carolina trying to continue this comeback.
And he hits that one up high towards left field. Top fly, easy catch. Out number 3.
And we will head to the top of the 4th. Hattiesburg, Mississippi still leads 12-3. We're here, Junior World Series, DBB, Beaufort, South Carolina on Beaufort County TV.
Thank you for watching the DB Baseball World Series, brought to you by Locals Restaurant, Convenience,
And
and
EJ
Specialty
Cox
Store
coming back up here to
Possum Hill
bat
Road
for
in
Hattiesburg.
Houston.
EJ sent one deep for the first home run of the
Thank you for
tournament
watching
today.
the DB
And I think when you're
Baseball
facing
World
now,
Series,
especially in
brought to
situations
you by
with the mercy
Locals
roll on the line
Restaurant,
and in the
Convenience,
4th
and
inning, I
Specialty
think
Store
Ethan Cox
on
was hitting in the best
Possum Hill
position you
Road
wanted to hit
in
him.
Beaufort.
And that's first, no one on bases.
That was a big swing from him until he wants another home run.
It's also dangerous because he don't got no outs right now, so he can kind of, do his thing just a little bit. Again, trying to swing at 2, trying to knock it out.
After this position too, that you know, they already had one soil every judge and they starting with the
And that'll get away for ball 1.
We'll go to the outside.
EJ Cox, favorite pro athlete, Steph Curry. Pretty good choice right there.
Yeah, that's an easy favorite for the young kids right there. And he tried to swing for the fences.
Get a piece of that one, though, to stay alive. Sure, EJ will have a lot of fun watching Steph Curry and the Team USA in the Olympics as that starts off this week.
Yeah, exciting times. Everybody made the entrances, the flag bearers. They let Snoop Dogg carry the torch in. I tell you, man, Snoop Dogg, I don't know. He's got to get a documentary. I said this too. He's just completing side quests at this point in his life. He's doing everything with everybody you would think Snoop Dogg, and somehow he's always there. We don't know how. He's just a chill dude, and they just let him do whatever it is that he wants to do.
It's been really fun just watching him like do everything. But yeah, I was just very interesting to see his kind of growth into being just everywhere.
Yeah, and it goes from being a gangster rapper, tough guy to just, man, I'm just living at my age. I'm old. I ain't just having fun being everywhere, chilling with everybody.
Swing and a miss. That'll be strike 3. So EJ Cox strikes out, first out of the inning.
One of the things you thought you wouldn't see so far here tonight, you get to see, and it's Ethan Cox getting struck out. And once again, sometimes you see instead of cautious hitting and just happen to hit some home runs, trying to go for that big ball every single time, and he kind of swings out. You see how hard he swung at that one, even though it's a little bit too far.
Gabe McCrary coming up. Outside corner for strike 1. Gabe McCrary, a fan of the Los Angeles Dodgers, like a lot of people in the country are right now. They're one of the more fun teams to watch in the nation with a lot of superstars.
And a crack one towards the right side in between center and right field. That one's going to drop. He's going to keep on rounding the bases. Might be able to get a triple out of this side. He don't got the burners.
yeah, he'll hold up at second. Probably a good decision by him. But it's a big way to get a runner in scoring position. And now we got the catcher Tristan Simmons coming back up. Tristan Simmons' favorite movie is Sandlot, classic baseball film. So
So looking for that tag out. They stay keeping up with it, making sure they get that.
Tristan Simmons' hobbies include fishing. I wonder if he'll try to find do a little fishing here in Beaufort. Plenty of great places to go.
And his hat fell off on that pitch. That might hinder your throw motion just a little bit.
Just a bit, yeah, just a bit. That hat's working overtime trying to keep on with all that hair under there.
Once again, somebody just throwing a bat back over, not caring where it goes. And 2 pitches, the hat falls off twice. Simmons doesn't seem like he has the burners to be able to get to first base. I don't know if it's across the diamond there, but.
So now that's 2 outs now, and we're again looking kind of could be another quiet inning for Mississippi after they started out with such a bang. North Carolina really has calmed down. If they can start to chisel some runs out of this might be a little bit more interesting and a little bit of a close game.
Yeah, but that's at 4, you just start getting to a certain point, like you said, no time limit in the game at all, but get to a certain point where you start looking at the realistic possibilities. You can't really get, the innings get too short, too many left. So they got to keep it going. That inning, they left with 3 runners stranded. So.
Ball 2. Dalen Moore. Be outside 3-0 now. So Dalen Moore probably going to get the red light here. Not going to swing on this one unless it's just right down the middle.
Sean probably trying to get him to come in and backs away.
Inside, and Dalen Moore will take a base. Once the ball gets away from the catcher, they'll move the runner up to third. So runners at the corners with 2 outs for Mississippi here. Lancet comes up to hit. Bentley Blancett going to go over, have a word with his coach. North Carolina's coach going out to talk to his pitcher. We will see if we get a pitching change here or what the plan is. It looks like we may be seeing a new pitcher for North Carolina.
Trying to put some things out as we get into the fourth.
You know, the thing with tournament plays, you gotta be smart with this. Is that you definitely don't want to leave a kid in too long, but you also got to remember you've got more games to play, so you can't use all your pitchers in one game. And it looks like he's going to stay in.
Now batting for Mississippi, number 23, Bentley Blancett.
Bentley Blancett coming up. Runners at the corners, 2 outs.
Once again, being cautious on that tag.
It's gonna be really good. I'm gonna get more before. Big play for the shortstop.
And that's going to be the last out of the inning. So another quiet inning for Mississippi. They started out such a big bang, and now it's just been real quiet. North Carolina defensively has done really well.
Good job with the pitching change, and one of those things where you think about maybe they shouldn't have started, but it also might be some stronger pitching from North Carolina because maybe they started off with a weaker pitcher to try to, to stretch out their pitching throughout this tournament so they can stay in it. It's played off bad for them because 3-1 after a while, it's a pretty good game, but fortunately they gave up those 9 runs super early in that first inning.
Absolutely, just that was a tough way to start, but. North Carolina, see if they can get some runs. They can scratch some runs here. We'll see what they can do. And their coach now has got the team huddled up, so it's like they've looks like they're looking to come back. They're looking to have some fun. So we'll see. We will be back here on Beaufort County TV with the rest of this game right after this.
Thank you for watching the DB Baseball World Series, brought to you by Local's Restaurant, Convenience, and Specialty Store on Possum Hill Road in Beaufort. Thank you for watching the DB Baseball World Series, brought to you.
Thank you for watching the DBB World Series, brought to you by Sunny Summers Cafe next to Publix on Robert Smalls Parkway in Beaufort.
Thank you for watching the DB Baseball World Series, brought to you by visitbuford.com. Live, work, and play in beautiful Beaufort, South Carolina.
We're going to be back here at the Junior DBB World Series, Beaufort, South Carolina, Burton Wells Park. New pitcher in for Hattiesburg, Mississippi, number 28, Kane Johnson. Hattiesburg leads 12-3. They started off this game with an onslaught of offense, but it's been kind of slow here since then. So we'll see as North Carolina looks to come back in this one.
Dave McCrary must still be his field.
Number 24, Muscle.
They affected John.
Played for Mr. Ryle.
Number 20 is Dave McCrary at first base. I don't know where.
You mentioned before we went to break, it's kind of calming down on Mississippi and North Carolina. Just got to get those bats moving. But while we got a moment, shout out Local Sports, your #1 online source for sports news in South Carolina and the Low Country.
Number 2, Reed Spivey.
Reed Spivey comes up to lead things off for the Tar Heel State. Makes contact. He'll send that one back behind us.
Yeah, nice contact. Just happened to send the ball the wrong way.
Another good contact, just sending it backwards on the foul. So it's quickly 0-2 now.
That's southeast. Area of the United States.
Yeah, in the future. So.
Oh, very good. 22. And as one ball.
This organization,
Other times, I made contact all 3 times there, but just unfortunately, it's gone back in the set right way.
Yeah, but that was a good one to stay alive. 0-2 count. Good eye on that one. I know sometimes when you get the 0-2 count, it's real easy to get trigger happy and want to try to swing on close ones like that. But that was really good on him to watch and just to take ball 1. And that'll ring him up for strike 3.
Strong pitching right there from Johnson.
Yeah, Kane Johnson looks really fresh right now. His first inning of work. He's been playing first base most of the game today.
Number 13, Conrad Martinez.
Conrad Martinez coming up for North Carolina. Gabe McCrary takes over for Kane Johnson over at first base. Conrad Martinez now. 0-1.
It's on towards the left, a little bit too far.
O2 count, 1 out. Inside, he's going to take ball 1. Conrad Martinez settles in, trying to see if he can lead North Carolina and do a little damage. Outside for 2, ball 2. It's 2-2. And that is a sky fly, but it will probably be caught. Oh, no, it's dropped.
Big headed. He stood on first base thinking, that was going to be easy out. He's going to walk to the dugout. He could have kept running on and at least made it a double.
Yeah, that was interesting to see him just kind of stop there because if he keeps running, he probably has second at least. So probably a learning opportunity, probably something his coach and him will talk about running through that kind of thing. But he's standing on first, so that's a lot better than what we thought when this thing was flying out to left field. Chopper foul.
I got too much power on that one.
Now that 35, more.
Swung right through that. Seeing a lot of fans at the game with these folding chairs that are rocking chairs. I kind of like that.
Yeah, those rocket chairs. Yeah, I was definitely jealous of those when I went to I started going to my cousin's little league games and traveling out there, and that's when I first started seeing them, and I was like, hey man, what was up with that? We got these stagnant folding chairs and they got these rockers on there. So I want to lean back a little bit, man, just chill out, enjoy myself at the game. Gotta find some solace out there sitting in the heat. Rocket chair.
Absolutely, yeah. I think definitely a good way to join it if you're a travel ball parent. You know, you're going to a lot of these games, so you might as well invest in a good chair. 0-2 count, 1 out. That was hit on the screws.
Out in the middle, quick, easy out right there. The throws, he runs back to first to try to be safe, and the ball caught out there. We just forced a run there.
2 outs now for North Carolina. Runner stays at first.
Number 3, Jaquan McKinnis.
Jaquan McKinnis up to bat for North Carolina. Loading in there, strike 1.
2 balls in, strike 6. Round of the set,
Gets a piece of that one, but doesn't go nowhere. It just drops right on the plate right there. Just a low spin. It's like, nah, I don't feel like it.
0-2 count here, 2 outs.
And we got to steal a second.
And he's safe.
We're
Wow.
gonna call him safe. And a steal is a steal. It wasn't a fast one, but he made it.
That was some good aggressive running from him. And again, a play that really looked like he was about to be out, but he gets through there and gets in running. It gets in scoring position. High and inside. Ball 1. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3, and that will end the inning for North Carolina. Head to the top of the 5th. Hattiesburg, Mississippi 12. Columbus County, North Carolina 3. Junior DBB World Series, Burton Wells Park in Beaufort, South Carolina, here on Beaufort County TV. And we're back here at Burton Wells Park, DBB Junior World Series, Columbus County, North Carolina, Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Number 27, Josh McCarty.
Josh McCarty going to get this inning started for Hattiesburg. Way inside, almost hit him. That'll be ball 1. And Javon, as we talked about earlier, I mean, it just started out so big for Hattiesburg, and it's really kind of slowed down a lot. And
Well, I think it's one of those things where it's, a mix of Charlottesville played a lot better. They made a lot less errors. They had some better time getting that day. But you want to think about consistency and completion. Those are the two, two of the things. And when you get out big like that, are you going to drive it home in mercy home? Or are you going to be like, we got these guys, got to play us hard. This game will be over sooner than you know it. And the next thing you know, instead of a game being over in 2 to 3 innings, now you're in the 5th inning.
Exactly.
And, you're nowhere, you're not near the, the mercy rule. So the rule is, I believe it's 10 after 5, I believe. So they still got
to get one more run.
Number 24.
Hatties. And then, what's the name? At the top of the inning, so Columbus County still gets to go and try to avoid the mercy rule too as well. So either way, you still might want to go into the 6th inning. You had 9 runs in the first, which is kind of crazy. It just kind of turns it into a slugger of a game because they got to do a lot of work to be able to get back into it.
Beckett Johnson now up to bat for Hattiesburg, Mississippi. A strike there. One count, 1 out. Two one count now. That one's outside. Huh? 2-1 count.
Here's the set. Beaufort County pitcher has reached 90 pitches. 90 pitches from back now.
Strong hit towards the left, but that looks like that's going to go almost into the neighboring field, and that landed right behind the bleachers across the field.
Almost hit some of those Texas fans over there.
They came prepared. They got their own flag, their own banner, and everything set up too. I just noticed that on the back.
Some of these teams are really just the fans show out. They do a lot with it. It's exciting.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. If you got a team that's in Texas and they're coming to South Carolina to play, you know what I'm saying? There's money behind that team. There's fandom behind that team. There's loving parents behind that team to be able to make this all happen, and a great owner and a great county that makes like. You also got to think about the parents that aren't here, that couldn't make it, that couldn't travel, things like that. So it's a great community. These are all these teams that are here, regardless of whatever. They're like families. They may have some personal problems with each other, maybe. Like somebody else on the team. I'm saying? She always buys the cheapest snacks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they love each other for sure. Definitely making these kind of trips happen.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. It's great to see all the families out here supporting their kids and just making this event what it is, because that's what it is. The families really do make this event what it is.
Excited to see it. Like 2 more innings left here to go. 1 out. Hattiesburg needs 1. They got a runner here on second base trying to go for a mercy rule so they can end this game a little bit early.
He got all of that one, but took it foul. Looking out beyond the outfield, I'm seeing some dark clouds starting to creep our way. So we'll have to see. Hopefully, get through everything today without any more weather delays. So we had a bunch of weather delays yesterday and had to start everything in progress this morning. Outside, ball two.
Working still one out there. Working trying to get them. And a big swing from Benton.
Smokes another one foul. Catcher gonna take a minute here, and umpire gonna give that catcher a minute. Always fun to see the relationship between the umpire and the catcher. They tend to know when each other needs to take a minute to step off and wipe that plate down, and we'll be back. 2-2 count here for Ian Hinton. Ian, a fan of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Swung on him.
Strike. Out number two is Benton takes a big swing for that one, and here comes Clark. Once again, rocking that hoodie, that swag a little bit you like. And I still don't get it, man. These kids, man, these young kids in the heat, and rocking hoodies, man. I can't do it. It's too hot for all of it.
It is too hot, and it looks like it's like coach is going to hand the North Carolina catcher some kind of towel. I guess maybe he's having trouble keeping his hands dry and all this heat.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're in direct sun. The sun is right over kind of first base, a little bit peeking out. You're the catcher, you got all that gear on, and then you got your hand inside a leather platoon. It's probably going to be a little bit moist inside.
It's going to be very, very warm. Brazen Clark here. Be low and outside. Well, let me strike one. That one looked a little bit low from back here.
I'm just impressed with the pitching of North Carolina to slow down the hitting a little bit. They've had so far 2 outs, looking for one more. Man, you got to get some Velcro on that hat, tie it down, or something. That's about 5 pitches so far since he's been on the mound that his hats fell off at the same time.
Next pitch outside, Bree and Smith is ahead of the count. So good ball and strike.
There's going to be a steal on that play, and he's going to slide in with no throw.
Big steal now, runner in scoring position, 1 out left and 1 run that they need to avoid going to the 6th if they can hold off Columbus County in the bottom of the inning.
The big run is 90 feet away. Long look in.
Piece of that straight into the net. I mean, well, not net, it's the fence. My preferred method. I love fences. I don't like nets. I love fences. Fences are beautiful, man.
It is. It's funny when you hear people who are kind of baseball purists will talk about how they hate all the netting in baseball games, but I'm very much whatever keeps fans safe.
Yeah. There it goes. Pops one out to left. Cracking it down. Seems easy enough for the catch out number 3. To the bottom of the 5th we go, and it looks like we'll have ourselves a 6th inning.
So we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Hattiesburg, Mississippi still leads by 9 here on Beaufort County TV.
Thank you for watching the DB Baseball World Series, brought to you by WHHI Television. WHHI News, the #1 news leader in Beaufort, Hampton, and Jasper counties in South Carolina. Thank you for watching.
We're back here in the bottom of the 5th. And that's going to be a hit to get things going. And just like that, leadoff runner in North Carolina as they try to climb back in this game, trailing by 9 runs to Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
They did a good job of throwing around, and if you won't believe, most of those 12 runs were scored in the first 3 innings, and 9 of them were scored in the first. And before to be 12-3 here in the bottom of the 5th, was that a great adjustment for them. But unfortunately, at the time, it might be too late. But you never know; a great finish can be had at any moment.
Absolutely, it's just North Carolina definitely needs to find some more runs here soon, though.
Then it'll be a historic one for them, as it'll be it's recorded, so they'll be able to check it out. They'll come to the list. Come back down from 9 runs in the first. It's crazy. And there goes the first one. Gets by Cox. Gets by the shortstop.
And that's going to put 2 on right there.
Number 4,
So that puts 2 on, no outs. North Carolina continues to try to rally here. Time left to do it, but it is getting of the essence. As we're in the bottom of the 5th. They've really got to try to get some runs in this inning if they want to try to make something happen.
I mean, you got to think about it. You know, at this point, you're down by 9. Basically, is what you gave up in that first inning. So since then, it's basically, you know, been about a 3-run game since then.
Number 6, Ashton Smith.
3 runs each inning is a more feasible thing than to get to the 6th or the 7th and have to get 5 and 4 or just get all 9, and, you know, to win it. So they got to have a hot inning at some point. And that's one thing they haven't had.
So watch strike 1 there.
Correct. Number 2.
Columbus County, North Carolina, down in the southern part of North Carolina. So not a terrible trip for them. Probably easy drive compared to some of these teams.
Full count. Another play right there, 10 seconds at base.
Thanks, Brock.
Yeah, no worries. First, Forrest Garcia strike out center field.
The bouncer of the pitcher catches out. He drops out his glove. Does he still have time? He does. And the easy out. And they started to jog like they were. That was the final out of the inning there, but it was just the first one.
Just the first one, yeah. So that works effectively. That works like a bunt. You trade it out, you get 2 guys in scoring position, and you know, if you're North Carolina, again, if you're trying to manufacture these runs, you will take that. You will take that all the time.
Number 7, Tanner Parker.
Tanner Parker up to hit now. Watches strike 1. And a foul ball from another game landed over on the overhang on the.
That's one thing about facilities. It's great about baseball. You can put all the fields, you know, kind of near each other, you know, but you still got to watch out for those fly balls. And then, you know, a lot of people think about it. It's surprising you could build this and that the probability of the ball going into another field or going too far or something like that is so slim. Even at a lower level, you know what I'm saying? Some of the pros, it's crazy that, you know, put them like that when you think about fly balls happening anyway with baseball.
Absolutely. So that one gets away from the catcher. Now 2-2 count. Again, that backstop just not very deep. Doesn't really allow for a lot of opportunity for that guy at third to try to advance in the pass ball. Swing right through that one for strike 3.
This one got a low one there. That one looks like it's crossing shins there.
So now it's 2 outs. North Carolina tries to fight back in there.
A little dap up there between the pitcher and catcher at opposite teams and the short guys on the field. Trying to, you know what I'm saying? Trying to dap each other. It's like, we out here. I don't care how tall he is, and he takes a hit.
Ethan Stanley lets that one go for ball one. Ethan Stanley, again, I really like that red, white, blue American helmet he's got on. Definitely in the Olympic spirit.
Definitely for sure. You know, it reminds me of the red, white, and blues that had Christian had on state championship. Those were, I'm sorry, I don't. You know, I've seen the powder blues. I've seen that red, white, and blue that Hilton had Christian had on. That was it's one of the toughest uniforms I've seen.
That's such a good look. Yeah. Swings through that one. Foul tip, actually, and that will hit one strike on the board. A lot of good baseball uniforms in Beaufort County. I'm a big fan of what the Beaufort Eagles got going on, kind of their twist on the old Astros tequila sunrise with the stripes there.
Pop one up to the middle. Someone's got to call it, and there goes the catch right there. Out number 3. And here we go to the 6th inning.
12-3. Hattiesburg, Mississippi still leads. We head to the 6th here at the DBB Junior World Series, Beaufort, South Carolina. Be right back.
Thank you for watching, and congratulations to the teams that made it to the 2024 DBB World Series. We hope you are enjoying beautiful Beaufort County, South Carolina. Thank you for watching.
The beautiful Beaufort County Passive Parks are your natural outdoor getaway. Our accessible, nature-based outdoor recreation is perfect for hiking, biking, enjoying wildlife, nature studies, family picnics, relaxing, and more. Experience the feels and sounds of nature at the Beaufort County Passive Parks. Visit our website for park locations and more information. The beautiful
We are back here. Junior World Series, Beaufort, South Carolina. Hattiesburg, Mississippi leads 12-3 here in the top of the 6th inning. EJ Cox, the third baseman, coming up to bat. EJ, exciting moment earlier as he hit the tournament's first home run. Little deep ball, 280 feet out to center field. So just a real exciting moment for the big third baseman. EJ Cox, he is pitcher's going to take a few more warm-up pitches. EJ Cox, interesting. His favorite pro baseball team, the Chicago White Sox. Definitely an interesting choice in Mississippi. So we wait for EJ Cox to start this inning off. Looks like we may have a new pitcher for North Carolina.
Final pitch count for Cameron Phipps, 59 pitches. Final pitch count 59 for Cameron Phipps.
59 sounds like one of the higher ones.
Columbus County, North Carolina. Number 9, Jordan Dorsey.
Jordan Dorsey on the pitch now. Cameron Phipps' day is done. So Will be interesting to see how this new pitcher does. I guess the best hitter really we've seen so far, the big power guy. EJ Cox says favorite band is Dogtooth. Now that's one I've never heard of before. Dogtooth. His band is Dogtooth. Yeah,
You got me lost. If it's not the big ones, if it's not Lincoln Park or something like that, I don't know nothing.
that's a new one. I always remember that I'm a little outdated on some of these things when I do these kids tournaments. So. EJ Cox, a 1-0 count.
My biggest what do you want to call it? A strike, a red flag is when talking about bands. Every time I hear AC/DC, my first thought is Jack Black, unfortunately. Like he just personifies it so well. Like I know it's AC/DC, but my first thought is just always it's like, oh, it's Jack Black. No, it's AC/DC. You don't make real music.
He did such a great job in School of Rock. That was such a classic.
Why.
Yeah, such a classic movie. So 3-2. So Jordan Dorsey here looks like he may be pitching around EJ Cox. Not a bad strategy.
Strike right down the middle.
Outside for ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk, EJ Cox.
He still ran for it for some reason.
That motor doesn't turn off with that kid.
It's crazy because it's different. His walk up is so slow. It's so like then it's like once he touches that white line, it's a wrap.
He's in. Yeah.
You can see when he steps into the box, he like links his way in up there, and then when it comes time to step in, he just goes like full athlete, like just like steps in there like real fast.
Gabe McCrary gonna take this first one outside for ball 1. Gabe McCrary, another one of the many kids out here saying their favorite team is the LA Dodgers. And we'll see a steal there from EJ Cox, and he slides in no issue.
That's a no issue, but no contest. I think you could that way.
Could have done that one standing up.
But you gotta know yourself. You gotta know your speed. You gotta know competitiveness, depending on the level of competition they played so far, the speed, the tournaments that they've been in. You know what I'm saying? They probably, and knowing his speed, he probably knows he probably has to dive more than not to get a piece on that one. Out to right field, they're trying to chase it down. Somebody and it drops. And here comes Cox. He's gonna try to make his way home, and he got more than enough.
He beats him, so there we go. We're at 10 runs now. So that can be a big run if Columbus County cannot score in the bottom of the inning.
Well, at this point, you might as well play the whole game. I mean, it'll count, but
Not bad. Number 31, Tristan Simmons.
Now Tristan Simmons, the catcher, coming up. Really been impressed with his leadership. There's been a few times he's gone out to calm down his pitcher. Just seems to be kind of like the general of the infield there, and I've really liked watching him play so far.
Yeah, just done a good job behind the plate too as well. You want to talk about the kid that's done everything right, and a nice one right there, but straight line drive and the double play. Oh, it's an error on the pass, looks like.
So 1 out. The ball did not get to the first baseman.
And, you want to talk about, we couldn't really see that angle. I think we saw it on the camera there, but from where we're sitting at the tent that sits over the fans is kind of in the way of that first base play. But you want to talk about something that has led to the score being that high in the beginning of the game that has kind of slowed down was plays like that. It's easy, you catch the line drive out, you make the throw the first, it's enough arm on it, it's enough speed, it's enough time. Make the catch, tag the guy out on first base because we get the double play. But instead, flies through hand, and now you got a runner safe when there could have been 2 outs, and you could have been, 2 outs up in the inning here.
I heard one of the coaches from one of the other teams earlier today say he doesn't mind his team making errors. He just hates it when they make mental errors, and that feels like what we're seeing a lot of. It's just not taking your time, getting rushed, and just overthinking a lot of things.
And, and that's one of those things too with coaching kids is knowing, you can coach them as much as you want. But when they get into the pressure situation of knowing, oh, I caught the ball, do I throw the first or do I throw the home? You know what I'm saying? Which is the best play? That's the one. And I think one of the things coach used to tell me is if you're gonna mess up four feet. Just gun it. If you don't know where to throw it, the first and third, just throw it to one of them as fast as you can. Just you know what I'm saying, and live with it.
The outside, so 3-1 now.
But don't hold it and get confused. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're not making any kind of play.
Exactly. So always have had coaches say is, make mistakes going 100 miles an hour, and I always agree with that. That'll be ball 4. So 2 on, 1 out at Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and that error. Come back to loom large, given the you only got 1 out, you got 2 guys on. This could be really this could really be some more runs because that we haven't seen in a while from Hattiesburg's offense.
Now batting, number 23, Bentley Blanchett.
Bentley Blanchett, another LA Dodgers fan on this team. Rips that one back toward us. Bentley Blanchett says favorite food is crab legs. Well, he can certainly find some good places in Beaufort to get that.
I definitely, definitely one of the best places to find some seafood. And when you want to talk about not just seafood, not shipped in fresh seafood, not around the way, you want to talk about, if you go to that shack on the side of the road, that man was just in the river 5 hours ago, getting that crab, those crab and shrimp. It's the best place definitely for it. Definitely here, some of the low country, but I had this conversation on the last broadcast with Tristan. I am not a fan of shellfish.
Really?
Not because it doesn't taste good. It tastes delicious. But the peeling, the cracking, the deveining, the dipping, the smell for it, because it's on your fingers and then on your breath. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is a lot of work for not a big payoff sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it's a little time consuming for that. And you got to eat 20 of them like chicken nuggets. You know what I'm saying? Time. Don't forget, touch your eye if you want to. It's a wrap. It's over with.
Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of work there on the shellfish.
Yeah.
Going to get away. So that'll be 3-1 now. Runners in scoring position for Hattiesburg. Long look in. And that'll be ball 4. So
And walk.
Ducks on the pond. 1 out.
You got an opportunity, 1 out. Like you said, Ducks on the pond. Got an opportunity here to kind of keep this thing going. And McCarthy showed off the tweet earlier, so if he gets something, he can get on base. You know what I'm saying? Pretty fast to keep this thing rolling.
Josh McCarty coming up.
No relation to JJ McCarthy in Michigan. Possibly nice hit in the middle. Center fielder got to make the play. Nice catch. Everybody goes back to their original bases and put the fly, but
Third's going to tag, and that'll add another run to it, though.
Another run as McCrary comes home. I truly don't know.
14-3, and it looks like maybe left fielder going to go chase, get an errant ball off the field. Still jog back.
Next up, number 24, Beckett Johnson.
Beckett Johnson now up to bat for Mississippi. I'll be inside for strike 1. That would go behind him.
He just lost that one. I don't know.
We've seen a few of those today. I think it is hot. And some of these, we talked earlier about the catcher having to get a rag. I mean, it's probably the sweat is affecting some of these pitches.
All right, a lot of people like to think about the height of the day and the heat, being when the sun's at the highest position. But I mean, here, and I don't want to say specific to South Carolina, but with the humidity and everything, man, around 4 or 5 o'clock, Man, it is rough.
It is tough, yeah.
You think that's a tough, listen, I think just straight heat on your skin is at the height of the day, but that humidity, I think by that time, everything's to heat it up, the grass, moisture from the dew in the morning, everything leads into it, whatever makes humidity. But like by 4 or 5 o'clock around here, it's rough.
It is muggy out there.
You start sweating out of pores you didn't know you had.
Go backwards.
Two outs, up by 11. 2 runners still in scoring position here. And that's gonna be
strike.
So that's gonna be the end of the top there. Before we go, let's get a shout out to our neighbors here too, as well as the group effort here. WHHI News, the #1 news leader in Beaufort, Hampton, and Jasper counties in South Carolina. Download the free app and stay informed on all the things low country with the WHHI app, available on major streaming devices.
We'll be right back as Columbus County, North Carolina, going to try to find some runs to keep this one alive here on BCTV.
Thank you for watching the DBB World Series. DBB offering youth baseball for over 65 years.
Thank you for watching the DB Baseball World Series, brought to you by Local's Restaurant, Convenience, and Specialty Store on Possum Hill Road in Beaufort. Thank you for watching the DB Baseball World Series, brought to you by Loco Sports, your #1 online source for sports news in the South Carolina Lowcountry.
And we're back now. bottom of the sixth as Columbus County, North Carolina, trying to mount this comeback. And now on the pitch for Hattiesburg is the catcher is going to move behind the mound, Tristan Simmons.
He's going to try to finish up the deeds here. Like I said, they make it out this inning without giving up a run. That would be it unless they decide to just keep on playing. They didn't play it this far. Calling for a little bit of time here. On to room. Ball number 1. Pops that one up. Trying to chase it down. Cox on the duties and can't hold on to it on the third base. On the top 5. Should have been a routine. Yep, right there. Those top 5, like I said, he's looking, fans, and he's looking before the overcast just came over. He's looking directly. And I mean, it's not like the sun is up, where he's looking up at about 1 o'clock from him is the sun beaming straight into his eye. That bill is not helping him at all because the sun's on the opposite side.
Exactly. Might need to get him some sunglasses out.
Yeah, that's all they wear. Back with the sunglasses, man. I'm not a fan of the forward hat, more of the backward hat, but the glasses are definitely a need.
And that one's going to be inside for ball 1. North Carolina needs to score 2 runs here if they want to keep this game alive.
I'm gonna miss man. A little bit outside. Bring back for safety. Pop up. Catcher flips off the mash, trying to catch it and does. Or they're out and running gets back to first. Nice play. It's always a nice play when the catcher flips off his mask and hawks something down.
That was a really good play. I'm glad to see him come down with that. And yeah, good awareness by the runner at first base to get back because it looked like he might not get back for a while. So he made a great move there. One out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Piece of that. Cox scoops it up, tries to make the throw to second for the easy out, going for the double play, the split, and does, and that's going to be ball game.
That's going to
double play.
Wow. So just, we talked about just a huge start from Mississippi, and they were able to hold on, and they get the 11-run win here in Mercy Rule.
Yeah, like I said, a hot start. They just kept on going, and it seemed like it was probably going to be a matter of time before they were able to get that done. Like I said, Matt Hattiesburg played great today, especially with leading off with Ethan Cox the second. You got everything going, and the rest of the team was when games on the mound too early, taking care of business, making sure they couldn't get no hits. Keep themselves in the game as well. So
always exciting stuff, and we'll have a lot more action coming up later. But that'll do it for us right now here on Beaufort County TV, DBB Junior World Series 2024. Thanks for tuning in.